Welcome guys to another episode of Hypixel Skyblock. So today I'm going to be sharing with you how I made over 6 billion coins in the last few weeks. Well, basically I've done a lot of void glims. Now I've made 2 videos on this, and in both of them I dropped multiple judgment cores. But the thing is, that was about half of the cores that I actually dropped, which already brings us up to about 6 billion coins. While I was doing void glims, I was easily making upwards of 40 to 50 million coins an hour because I was leveling a golden dragon pet to spawn the boss, and then just dropping a whole bunch of judgment cores made the profits go insanely high. Of course I got very lucky, so I would not say that most people would make that much. So although doing void glims did make me a ton of the money, there are a few ways that make a lot of money per hour and are actually better than void glims because they can progress you in the game in different areas. So the first money making method I want to talk about is going to be carrot king fishing. Now this is a little bit more for early game players, although some mid game players might also want to use it because it makes a good amount of money per hour. So in order to do this method, you have to use carrot bait and go fishing basically anywhere you really want, but I would just suggest using this pond over here. And when you do catch one, you want to kill it with any type of weapon that has looting 4 on it. Now if you're really advanced and you just have money to waste, you could do a looting 5 Daedalus X with Chimera 5. But any early game players, just use any weapon that has looting 4 and get as much magic find as you possibly can when killing them. Based on the chances off the official Hypixel Skyblock wiki, it is not unheard of for most players to get 1, possibly even 2 of these per hour, which would make this method up to 10 to 20 million coins an hour. Now the next money making method that I want to talk about is going to be for more advanced players, and that is going to be leveling up a golden dragon pet. Now mine is already level 200 because I used these methods to level it up all the way. Basically, there's a few ways that most people level golden dragons, and one of them is using them to spawn slayer bosses. Now I did this with void glims, and I was getting a good 2 levels, maybe even 3 per hour, which already adds up to a lot of money per hour, but that is not my favorite method. My favorite method is flare grinding. Now you can find flares down here by the magma boss, and basically you just hit them with the Hyperion. Now the main and most important thing with this method is if you are not using a Gauntlet of Contagion, every time you kill a flare it will count as 1. But if you use the Gauntlet of Contagion, I don't quite understand how this works, but when you kill it, it counts that you killed all 3, so you get combat experience from 3 instead of just 1, and also you have like triple the chance of spawning a Vanquisher, which is very nice because Kudra also makes a ton of money. Off the levels that you gain from Golden Dragon killing flares, I was able to get about 4 levels per hour, and I've heard of people getting up to 6, but I'm just going to count as if you can only get up to 4. So 4 levels per hour, I was making about 50 million coins per hour based off the current Golden Dragon prices. If you're having a ton of trouble killing flares but you still have a Hyperion, I doubt this would ever happen. But you can use a full set of Crimson. The 10 stack will double your damage, although you will have a lot of struggles with gaining and regenerating mana. Now you can level up a golden dragon a whole bunch of different ways, but those are my favorite ways because they can progress you through Kudra, and they can also progress you through Slayers. And that does it for today's episode. If you did enjoy this episode, make sure to leave a like and please consider subscribing if you are new around here, and I will see you guys next time.